Welcome back to another episode of the Moreno Show. Guys, something absolutely wild is happening right now. Check this out. There's almost like a full-on attack from Big Soda coming directly to RFK Jr. and the Maha movement. And it is coming in the form of all of these conservative influencers on X who are now promoting some nonsense about, like, look at this. Eric says we cannot allow Make America Healthy Again messaging to be used to force needy Americans into not being able to buy certain things. And this is just wild, right? All these guys are advocating for essentially more choice in SNAP because so many people in the Maha movement are saying, you know what? It's probably not right that the American tax dollar is being used to be able to buy things that are just not healthy for you, especially through SNAP. It just doesn't make any sense. So we're going to go ahead and talk about it. So let's dive right in. So this is a really big movement, and it's already been exposed by a ton of people like Nick Sordo and Callie Means, and everyone's talking about it now. Even RFK Jr. chimed in, and this is all just really, really important. But let's go into some of these specific posts. Like we saw this by Clown World. He says the government wants to block soda purchases for Americans on SNAP. Remember when NYC tried this and it completely backfired? President Trump proudly has a Diet Coke button in the Oval Office. This is ridiculous government overreach. Let people decide for themselves. And again, we're going to go into like a ton of arguments after this, but I do want to kind of lay a bit of a foundation. Eric says we cannot allow Make America Healthy Again messaging to be used to force needy Americans into not buying certain things. Some officials in DC are working on trying to prevent Americans on SNAP from using these benefits to purchase any soda. Remember when New York City Democrats tried to prevent people from buying and consuming soda? It backfired again big time. So you can see even between these two, you could see that these are very rehearsed talking points. These guys took money to use their platforms to mislead people. So many people are now misinformed on what is actually happening. Like, look at this. Ian says a new war on soda has begun, targeting purchases made through SNAP. I don't believe it's the government's role to decide what people should or shouldn't eat. Really? You don't think the American tax dollar should at least have a say in what it could be used to buy? What are we saying here? This is almost like, oh, let's have public transportation. Let's make that free. Let's make that more accessible. And everyone's like, okay, that's a good idea. But no. Like, what if a person who wants to utilize it actually they don't want the free transportation in terms of a bus. They actually want it in a limousine. Well, now it's ridiculous, right? That's what's happening right now. Everyone learned this whenever they're in school. They know that beggars can't be choosers, but right now the beggars are also trying to be choosers. Like literally, SNAP means Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. All right, this is right on their website, putting healthy food within reach for those in need. Check this out. SNAP provides food benefits to low-income families to supplement their grocery budget so they can afford the nutritious food essential to health and well-being. Nutritious food essentials. Where does soda factor into this? Come on, guys. This is so easy. Callie Means says, "What a betrayal of Secretary Kennedy and the Trump administration. Just because President Trump enjoys a Diet Coke doesn't mean we should send $10 billion of taxpayer money to subsidize sugar water for kids." Come on, somebody. Anna Matson out here says, when you accept federal funds, you absolutely should lose freedom in what you do with them because you are spending someone else's money. You're not spending your own money. And that's what's so dangerous about these campaigns, because some of how this is all interpreted at a very, at a glance, people would think, oh my gosh, they're trying to steal soda. I want to be able to buy my soda, and now I can't because these guys are threatening it. Maha is threatening it. Now I'm going to go ahead and be offended. And it's like, no, no one's trying to take soda from you. They're trying to take soda away from the people who are trying to abuse your tax dollars through SNAP to be able to buy soda because it's not nutritious. It's not supplementing your nutrition. Like, what are we doing here? It's crazy. Savannah says, FYI, no one is banning Americans from buying soda with their own money. Our tax dollars shouldn't be going toward making Americans obese and creating more medical issues for them that big pharma can then profit off of. This is basic common sense. Yeah, but common sense isn't so common these days. And you know what I love? I love that people are actually kind of trying to backtrack themselves, right? Like this is Eric's post, Eric Doherty. He actually deleted it, and I love that Holden caught this because this is absolutely hilarious. And again, there's we give a lot of people grace on this channel because you know what? Yeah, you change your mind, you hear some new perspectives. That's good. Develop, grow. You can do that. But this, no, 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 no. You're not growing. You took money from people and you didn't expect that Maha would actually do something about it. You didn't expect that these good people actually cared enough about the American people, cared enough about these young people who are still in school or that young family who's just getting up and started. Guys, we care about them. We care about them way too much to actually put this this nonsense into their body, especially whenever it has a direct impact on the average taxpayer. This is crazy. So, yeah, I think we should acknowledge that. Yeah, we can't let you forget. You deleted this. You should apologize to Maha. You should apologize, and you should own your mistakes. That is crazy. And you know what I love about this too? There are some people who are backtracking and deleting their posts, and then there's other people who I now respect a lot more because of this. Look at this. Riley Gaines actually was offered this by Big Soda. She was offered a deal to say, hey, you know what? If you post this, if you have this with your talking points and you say, oh, President Trump has a Diet Coke button, and if you go against Maha, we're going to give you a big fat check. You know what she said? She said that was a big fat heck no. Amazing. I love this so much. I already liked Riley Gaines. Now, I like her even more because of this. And why? Because she has integrity. This is good. Checks out. RFK Jr. himself says, thank you for your integrity, Riley. It's troubling that some companies now think they have the right to demand taxpayer money to poison our children. Jeez, this is crazy. Lauren Lee also steps in and she offers a new perspective, which I love. She's saying that now we know who took the bribes and who is actually committed to making America healthy again. I'll be watching these influencers like a hawk from now on. And yeah, now we know. Now we know who's actually in it and who's actually just trying to profit off of this movement. Crazy. I love that End Tribalism actually they made a very in-depth thread here on X, and everyone should go out and watch it. It already has over almost has over 250,000 views. It's incredible, and it's just a giant thread compiling all of these people who have flipped, right? And I just think this is incredible. So if you guys wanted to check that out, you absolutely can. If you wanted more truth, but at the core, these guys knew what they were. These guys knew what they were doing. You know, these guys had an offer. These guys had a choice whether they're going to sell their influence and take money from big food or if they're going to stand by the American people and make the right decision to actually push this country in a direction that is healthier. And a lot of these people chose wrong. They made the wrong choice. And a lot of people, some people have asked, like, oh man, I wish there was something more tangible that we could do at the end of these videos, right? And I love that Callie, I think Callie Means actually gives a great call to action here. He says soda companies are paying influencers to pressure the Trump administration to keep taxpayer-funded soda subsidies for lower-income kids. It's evil. Maha moms, let America Beverage and Cart Choice know what you think about these tactics. They are paying. So if you have some free time, Maha moms, please go ahead and let some of these people know, because it looks like these are the people who are behind this nonsense. All right. But you know what I also love about this? I love how these people are scared. You almost don't have to worry about movements unless they're making impact. All right. But now this is social proof. This is proof that these guys are scared. This is proof that we're actually moving the needle. This is proof that I think we are pushing humanity forward. And I think this is something worth celebrating. All right, guys. Anyways, let me know what you think about this conversation in the comment section. Let me know if you guys are going to be unfollowing all these fake conservatives whose opinions are bought and paid for by Big Soda. Well, let me know if you're going to give them a second chance. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching and listening. Please let me know what you think about this in the conversation, and please make sure you like and subscribe to be part of these conversations in the future. And I will see you all next time. Episode's over already? Geez, that was fast. Well, they say beautiful things do not last forever, but feel free to watch and listen to another one of these episodes if you're interested in those conversations as well. Also, this next part is huge. Make sure to obliterate that like and subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never skip a beat. I also have a newsletter where we dive into the news, politics, and ideas that shape our future. If you're interested in signing up, I'd really appreciate that. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I'll see you next time.